Hello everybody, I hope you're having a good one so far. Today I wanted to show you one of my most favorite websites ever called assist.org. This is a helpful website for students at California community colleges figure out what classes they would need in order to go to a 4-year Cal State University or CSU or a UC University of California school. So there's a lot of different options here. You'll see on the side there's a lot of different ways you can explore Assist. But just for the sake of this video, I do want to explore the stuff in the center of the home page. So once you type in at the search bar assist.org, this is the main page that you will see. This first drop-down menu is Explore Transfer Information. So this is where I would find the community college that we are at right now. And since I work at College of Alameda, that's the one I'm going to click on. So you'll see it has all of the California community colleges as well as the CSUs and UCs on here. So it's alphabetical. You click on College of Alameda. The next thing that pops up is agreements with other campuses. In counselor talk, we call this articulation agreements. This is between College of Alameda and a CSU or UC, the types of classes you will need to transfer. So if you click on the drop-down menu that says click to select campus, you'll see all the Cal States and all the UCs that you could ever dream of. So let's say you're using assist.org and you're very interested in UC Davis. And you're currently at College of Alameda, that's your main school, and let's say your major is psychology. So click this drop-down menu and find UC Davis. Then it will bring up a whole variety of other drop-down menus, including this section right here. So first I want you to pay attention to by major. What's cool about Assist is it compiles all of the majors available at UC Davis for 2015-2016, and every year Assist updates the information for, just in case some majors are changing their requirements, or maybe some majors aren't taking transfer students, they're going to update that here. So you'll see a bunch of cool stuff here. This is kind of a fun option. Let's say if you were undecided and you wanted to go to UC Davis. This shows you all the majors available so you can explore and target a certain major. But in this instance, I want to target psychology. So there's a couple different psychology courses here, as you can see, or I'm sorry, psychology majors. I'm going to pick the first one I see, which is psychology applied bachelor's. Don't worry about if AB is better than BS or BA. Honestly, it's all bachelor's degrees. What's important is this major at UC Davis is what I want for myself. So I'm going to click on that. And then we come to something called an articulation agreement. Let's see if I can zoom a little bit. Okay, zooming in a little bit. So this is the, you'll see up here, this is from UC Davis to UC Davis from College of Alameda, and there's helpful buttons up here if you wanted to print the report, and it'll print in a nicer way. So this goes over the requirements for admission. I'm not going to read all of the paragraphs, but I did want to highlight a couple of things. UC Davis is great because they will let you know what they expect for GPA for their incoming psychology students from a community college. And for here, it says they're looking for candidates of 2.8 or higher. Scrolling down, they are listing the courses that they are wanting College of Alameda or any psychology undergrad to take. And you don't have to, like, Psychology 1, Psychology 41, don't worry about those numbers. They're just kind of saying these are the courses at UC Davis, and we want you at the community college to take an equivalent. You may be asking, how the heck do I know what the equivalent is? Well, that's when you scroll down a little bit more, and they will list it down here. So I don't want you to worry too much for this video about all these paragraphs written here. However, when you are using Assist, and if you are working with a counselor while using Assist, it is important for you to read the paragraphs included here because you want to know what other kinds of things you have to look out for in preparation for transfer. Scrolling down here, I talked about the tag agreement in previous chapters of the Moodle book. So I want you to refer to that. But it's kind of nice because UC Davis promotes their tag or their transfer admission guarantee on this site too, and provides a link to find more information. This is kind of important, especially for UC Davis, what kind of general education they are expecting. And they accept IGETC, which we've previously talked about, or UC Davis General Education. And if you're wondering what the heck is UC Davis General Education, they will show it, they will explain it here. They also will likely refer you to a website. Okay, scrolling down here. So you see kind of these makeshift columns. This column over here under UC Davis is the psychology courses at UC Davis that you would otherwise take if you were an undergrad at Davis. But since right now you are at College of Alameda, we are going to pay attention to this column right here. So at College of Alameda, it is expected for you to, or it's very wise to plan for, taking Psychology 1A and Psychology 1B. And you'll see here, this is an ampersand or the and symbol. If you see those, that means the class included right next to it is necessary. You'll also see no comparable course, and that is next to Psychology 41. No comparable course signals to you that College of Alameda does not have an approved research methods course now, at the time of when the articulation agreement is made. So maybe it's coming down the pipeline, maybe our administrators are working to change that, but for now we don't have anything listed. So moving forward, Math 13 is also required because it's equivalent to their Statistics 13. And it looks like we have a biology requirement. I remember reading that before. So they recommend Biology 1A, and this is important, y'all, or a combination of the following courses that come after those words. So if you wanted, you could take Biology 1A to fulfill the requirement, which has prerequisites, which has other classes that you need to take prior to enrolling in Bio 1A. Or you can take a combination of Biology 10 and one course from, well, since we only have one choice, I guess the combination of Bio 10 and Anthropology 1 are clear choices. Again, you see these little oars? That will give you choices of which class to decide from. But unfortunately, we don't have a comparable course to Human Heredity, although that sounds awesome, and no course articulated, which means we don't have a course pinpointed that's equivalent to elementary human physiology. So interesting, right? All right. So I scroll back up to the top. For your portfolio assignment, I highly recommend clicking Print This Report and printing it out and putting it in your portfolio. Another wise move is to click here, Change Report or Institution. So, since there are a couple of different options in our district of community colleges you can attend, I'd be very curious to try and look at, Laney College, which is a sister college right through the Webster Tube, and see what other kinds of psychology classes that they may have that College of Alameda does not offer. But just for the sake of this video, I'm going to move forward. The other kinds of things that I want to point out for you is once you click on College of Alameda up top, you'll find other helpful links below. So College of Alameda courses applicable for transfer. So if you wanted to see a list of all the UC transferable courses, for example, offered at College of Alameda, you can click this link right here. What it will bring up is all the departments at our college. So College of Alameda, let's say you're curious and you're taking a math course at College of Alameda and you want to see which math courses articulate to UC Davis. So I'll go ahead and click on that. Cool. Lots of great stuff to read. I am interested in this stuff down here. So it lists all of the math courses that are transferable to a UC that's offered at College of Alameda. Super helpful. So you can see up here, there's course, title, area, units, and area. This is helpful because area talks about what IGETC fulfillment does this math class fulfill? So when it says 2, it means it fulfills area 2. Semester units, it talks about how many units this math class is worth. And then UC area refers to what area it fulfills. When you see UCM, it means UC mathematics. Cool. There's also some other information down here. So it says maximum credit 1 series. So that refers to if you take Math 3A, Math 3B, and Math 3C, that will count as your calculus courses. If you take Math 16A and Math 16B, that would be your calculus set of courses. You have to choose the 3 series or the 16 series in order to receive credit for taking the calculus classes. You cannot mix it up and take Math 16A and then bounce over to Math 3B. UC will not like that. All right, so that's our quick tutorial of Assist. I invite you to check it out with a counselor, ask questions. You can also explore all these awesome things down here to see if you can expand your search on transfer readiness. All right, thanks for watching.